Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another wonderful week here on Pokepong. As you can probably tell from my voice, I'm sick today. So, gonna be keeping it a little chill, at least for the beginning of this episode until I start to feel better. But that will not stop me, because there is work to be done. Today, I want to get the lobby decorated. I've got a block palette picked out. I've actually already started tearing down the walls. I broke this wall and then was like, maybe I should record my intro clip first. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tear all the walls out, and then tear the floor out, get the floor put in, and then make a new factory, a new machine for the walls here. So, after thinking about it for a minute, I probably am not gonna need a factory for the wall blocks. It's just gonna be some colored mud bricks on, like, the bottom little portion of the wall. And then the rest, I think, is just gonna be gray concrete, like we've got here. So, we'll see. It's probably not enough to require a whole machine for it. So I got a fun little tip for you guys, if you didn't know about this. It is actually possible to duplicate dirt in vanilla Minecraft. So the way you do this is you take 2 dirt, 2 gravel, and it makes 4 coarse dirt, and then you can use a hoe on the coarse dirt and turn it into regular dirt. And so, at the cost of 2 gravel, I have turned 2 dirt into 4 dirt. Pretty cool, eh? And because I don't need a ton of blocks to finish up the bottom parts of the walls here, I'm just gonna make the mud that I need using this method. There we go. Place is looking pretty nice. Feels kind of weird, doesn't it? Having, like, actual decoration instead of just the deep slate. It's nice, though. I like it. Gonna do the floor next, and then probably the ceiling, which is gonna be a struggle because building ceilings is a pain. But I'll figure it out, get some scaffolding or something. I have made a terrible discovery. While I was counting out the, I was calculating the amount of blocks I would need, and I realized that I over-calculated the floor, so I was like, well, that doesn't seem right. So I went and I recounted the walls, because I was assuming this room was a square, so I just counted this room, this wall, and then squared it. Well, that was wrong. This room is a rectangle. This wall here is shorter. So I counted this wall. It's an even number. There are 14 blocks on this side of the elevator, and 13 on this side. I cannot tell you how I overlooked this. I have no idea, because I specifically chose the center of this room to be 1 block. But here we are. I don't know what to do about this. I think probably the easiest thing to do would be to just move this wall 1 block towards me. Because there's, like, not a whole lot of material here. I wouldn't have to do all that much. Really, the only annoying thing is that the doorway to the workshop would be extra thick. Because trying to relocate the entire workshop 1 block that way would be a colossal pain. So I think I'm just gonna do that for now, and either leave the workshop as it is, or ask Dorpong very nicely if he would just scoot it 1 block using commands. Looks like I'm gonna need more storage. The next day now, I have fixed the aforementioned problems. I moved the wall in and figured out a decent-looking solution for the doorway here. You can see I've also made the doorway for the respawn chamber, and I made a staircase. He's not supposed to be here. I made a staircase up to the control room, which evidently needs to be lit up. The control room, I've also started the process of extending the little platform here to make up for the one extra block. I also decorated the elevator door. I think it looks very nice. And I added another vault down here, so we don't have all those boxes overflowing anymore. The new problem I have is that cobblestone is not being produced fast enough. Never thought this thing would be too slow, but here we are. And it turns out the reason it's too slow is because one belt is not fast enough to keep up with this. You can see over here the cobblestone is not dropping as fast as it is over here. And that's because, like, the belt fills up and then this one can't unload quick enough, right? So we're going to do a little upgrade on this guy. And here is the finished upgrade. It's off right now because the threshold has been reached. And here's what I did. I took the conveyor belt and I moved it one block back. And then I replaced the chutes with hoppers. And on the backs of the hoppers, I put brass funnels. And each one of these is set to only allow items through when it is exactly a full stack. So, whenever one of the hoppers has one stack of cobblestone in it, that stack will be spat out onto the belt and sent away. And effectively what this does is it multiplies the throughput of the belt by 64 times, which is insane. You'll notice over on the left side here that it looks a little different. This hopper is pointing into the hopper next to it instead of being separated. And the reason for that is that if I put a brass funnel on the back of this hopper, it will be not like these funnels. Because this belt is flowing towards the hopper, that funnel will be an input-only funnel. And it'll just catch all the cobblestone and stuff it into this hopper here. And so to avoid that, I just have this hopper going into the one next to it. So this funnel just outputs twice as often as all the others. I also discovered something earlier. You'll notice that I have a lot of cobblestone that I did not have previously. And the reason for that is because I forgot to connect this vault to the storage network. This stock link here wasn't, like, tuned to the rest of the network. So items were just piling up in this vault and not actually getting used. Hence the 730 stacks of cobblestone. I also went ahead and added another vault in here just for future-proofing, and I know for a fact that that one is linked up. Day 3, baby. Oh yeah, day 3. Voice is still fucked, and it's time to get focused. I want to get the respawn room done. And if I still have time after that, I want to get the Enderic lasers put up on the walls like they're supposed to be. So, let's get to it. Alright, so I decided to change the plan up a little bit, and instead of the respawn room, this is now the boss's office. Let's take a step inside. You can see, very fancy, very different vibe from the rest of the facility. Got a little desk here with my pewter, book, trash can, storage terminal on this wall, not complete yet. The rest of the room is going to be decorated with, like, bookshelves and stuff. This over here, got a little one-way window. You can look out into the lobby, but you can't look in, which I think is pretty cool. And there's some cool features of this that I want to show you. So, first of all, this lever is going to be moved. Basically, somewhere in here, there's going to be this lever that basically locks the door, right? So, you notice there's one of these Oritech doors in the front, and if I turn that lever off... Oh. Okay, I don't know why that happened, but yeah, you turn the lever off, and the door locks, and the buttons on the sides here don't cause that door to open, right? So basically I can come in here, hit the lever, right? Lock the door, and now nobody can come in. But I can still get out. This pressure plate here opens both doors. And then whenever I want to open it again, I just do that. On the outside somewhere, there is going to be a way for me to open it. I just haven't decided what that is. And also in here is going to be some sort of secret entrance into the actual respawn chamber. I don't know anything more than that, and I'm also not going to show you guys when I build it, because it's a secret. In other news, I finally did the ceiling of the lobby, and I also put in the spots where the Enderic lasers are going to go, but I didn't actually get around to crafting them yet. And that is where I'm going to call it for this episode. Bit on the shorter side this week on account of me being sick. You know, it's been hard for me to really lock in and stay focused on it. And obviously a little difficult to record clips with my voice in this state. I better be healed up by next week. If I'm not healed up by next week, something is very wrong. So should be back to a more regular pace next time. But as usual, thank you all very much for watching. If you wouldn't mind giving me a little interaction on the video, it'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!